Oh, hello. Yes. Anyway, this is the final of the Battle City Finals, indeed, and this is the final set of Speed Duel? Question mark. Yeah. I don't have time for sayings or openings. I'm just going on the fly. Okay. So the reason why it was bad is because it was. You're welcome. Anyway, so yeah, this is the last Battle City Speed Duel box. Literally the last of its kind. May it rest in pepperonis. And I have, like, once again 6 minutes, but I'm not gonna rush this time. I'm not gonna rush. So this time we used to have seals for these, but it looks like nowadays they just put shrink wrap on these. Yeah, it looks like it. Because they used to have just a sticker seal instead. Looks like they opted in for shrink wrap, so that's a little bit easier for me. Though it's very good shrink wrap, so I'm gonna have to use my scissors for this. You know, just for now, just gonna use it. Alright, so I'm just going to review one of these and then just get the promotions out of the others because they are just copies of the same one. So this is what has slipcase. A little bit of nice texture in there. I forgot that they brought in another one of these. Now this one feels also not that bad. What is this exactly? Oh, this is a giant thing? I don't know what this is. I'll have to look into this later. I think I'll just provide photos at the end of the video. It seems fairly large. And so this time it's a lot better. I think back in the day you only got like 3 secret rares out of like 30. This one gives you 9, but they're not they're prismatics, which I am in love with, by the way. And so far I see Medora. And all these, I don't know, are these the decks? I think these are the decks. I will be going through all this. I might have to separate it because, again, don't have enough time. But I'm going to start with the promotionals before we get to the normals of the deck. I'm going to open one of these. I'm going to do it. I'm going to open. I'm a sucker for prismatic secrets. Alright. Alright, let's start. I'm going to start with... No, try and put it here in the center so you can at least see what's here. Oh, and I already see the one I really like there. That's one of the ones I wanted to look. Here's Medora. Reprint of that. Swords of Revealing Light and Prismatic. It's beautiful. Look at that. Honestly, I might have to replace my Hobby League swords because I use that in my Mimigal deck to flip cards face up. It's very hilarious. I might replace it with this. I might want to get a playset of this. This is sweet. It's like such a perfect card for something like this. I hope to get 3, but I mean, it's 9 out of 30. The chances are relatively so-so. Alright, we got an Amazoness Princess. Good for rarity bump. Very nice. I think most of the other prismatic secret... By the way, this is kind of funny because most of the other prismatic secret rares of Amazons, or Amazoness, I'm sorry, Amazons, are actually in the last year's Megatons. Not... Sorry, there's already a new one. MP24, I think. I want to say it was MP24. Holy shit, I found the money card. Well, the money card is Maxi. And another card I like behind it is right in there. This is a very good promotional set. I love them all. Look, Maxi. Even though it's banned, it's still a very good card for older formats. Nice to know I got it prismatic. It's also guaranteed in common, by the way. So even if you don't get this, you still get a copy. They're still like $5-ish, $10. I always wanted to see how Lava Golem is in this rarity. Oh, it looks nice. Now, I thought I loved Secret Rare Lava Golem, but I think Speed Duel Lava Golem looks pretty sick. I mean, there's not much to look at, because usually this type of art does not have secret on it. But it's still kind of nice. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I'm still more of a secret for Lava Golem, because most of his art is covering the secret. So there's not much really to appreciate on that, but it's still nice. Breakthrough skill is actually one that I kind of liked too. And I was like, huh, upgrade to this. Very nice. I like that. Also good for older formats. Ooh, Heartbeat Channeler. I mean, sure, there's Lart. Lart is like very whoa, but like still. This one's pretty nice though. Really nice reprint that she finally gets a nice standardized reprint too. Really nice. Shrink! Oh no. Smalls. Shrink is a very interesting card. I don't think it's ever been printed in a nice rarity for quite some time. I don't remember the last high nice rarity it had, aside from I think an original print, but then again, don't quote me. I don't really remember Shrink. Guilford the Lightning for nostalgia, because why not? It's pretty nice. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls if you tribute 3s to tribute summon it. It's basically a normal tribute that requires 1 extra tribute. Hey look, Slifer. Sweet. Oh wait, aren't these guaranteed? Yeah, they're guaranteed. Yeah, and then you get a prismatic of all 3 garden cards guaranteed at the end. So technically, even though it's 9, it's 6, so it's still double, because I think initially it was 3 secret rares when you bought a Speed Duel pack. So that's still very nice. It's not bad. But my time is almost over, so I'll BRB. Oh my god, Jesus Christ! I don't have time! And I still don't. 7 minutes at a time. 7 minutes at a time. They see me rolling. Did the translation team have a funny thing with this one? Why does it say see me rolling? So anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna go through a quick overview. Now, I'm not going to read any of the skills because I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I only got it for the cards. I didn't get it for the Speed Duel. And look, one of the reasons why I find it funny for Speed Duel and maybe why it failed. Well, here's just one prediction. Again, I might not be correct on this, so if I'm wrong, I guess tell me in the comments, which I'm sure a lot of the internet would love to do when it comes to many people regarding their beliefs. But the only reason why I really think Speed Duel failed is because so the thing about Speed Duel, and you can see here where it says Speed Duel, like on a small corner there, and then it has a little bit of a Speed Duel. And so the fun part about Speed Duel is that you can use these in normal duels, aside from Speed Duel, but if you want to use cards that aren't Speed Duel trademarked, should I say, and you want to use it in Speed, you can't. They have to have Speed Duel, which, like, why? That was the dumb part. It's like, I understand, but like, they could have just clarified cards that are in Speed Duel that are released and that are legal would be able to be used in Speed Duel even if they didn't have Speed Duel trademark. But because they wanted to push this product, and let's face it here, most of the product in here is like old format shit. And even though, yes, old format has principle, but then again, no one's going to summon Shinado. They would rather have a Sangan or a Morphing Jar. You know, things of that caliber. So yeah, anyway, Spirit, this is a Spirit deck, it looks like. So that's really nice. And the other thing I do appreciate about Speed Duel is that they have a nice latex of extra reinforcement and makes them very smooth. And the prints are always so nice, saturated, good color. That's why I really love Speed Duel as well. It's like, not only that it's just an old knockoff reason to have a reprint set, but it's just a very nice standard common reprint set. And we got Magician's Valkyria. Speaking of old format cards, here's a Witch of the Black Forest. Shining Angel is kind of nice. Oh hey, Angel of One's in here? That's weird. Guiding Light of all things. And then all of a sudden, Nightmare Penguin. Injection Lily is kind of nice. Spirit Reaper, hello there. Thunderball of all things, that's a surprise, that's in here. Orgoth the Relentless, also weirdly that it's the newer version of that one in here. Flying Kamakiri, number 1. Don't ask about what number 2 is. Mobius is in here, which is interesting. Tribe Infecting. It's been a while since it's gotten a nice standard print. So even that's pretty good. Same thing with King of the Swamp. Even though this one's kind of in between old format and new format, it's still a very good card. They reprinted Melody of Awakening Dragon of all things, which is interesting, but again I assume that's because of Speed Duel. Breakthrough Scale is still nice. A Red Eyes Black. Wow, look at that. A common Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. You know, in hindsight, was Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon ever common at one point? I feel like maybe. It's weird to see it like this. It's weird to see it in plain Jane common. And the Max C that you get guaranteed, which is actually, I find that convenient that it's in the first little deck that's up here. It has Duke Devlin saying they see me roll. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing that. Alright, 1 to go. I only have like barely enough time for the second one, which is Merrick's. Alright, I guess it's Merrick. I don't even know they're based on what you see. I think they're just in random places. I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I'm not a Speed Duel enthusiast, so I do not know. Do not quote me. I'm just gonna assume that this is Merrick's deck for no reason. And unironically, it actually is. Okay, never mind. I'm not stupid. Except I probably still am. We got the Immortal Phoenix reprint with Spear Mode. They kind of got reprint Holding Arms. Ooh, Mariakuya the Destructor has been a while. Ooh, Lord Poison. Oh, this weird thing. Lacunga. Lacunga! I don't know what I'm saying. Ganondorf has not been here in quite some time. Good old Lava Golem. Even Lava Golem in common just... Was Lava Golem ever in common? Boy, is it so weird just to see Lava... Hey, it's common. Just existing. Ooh, Revival Jam is an interesting one. They reprinted Reactor Slime. Good old Zarkgeroid. Doria. Good old Monster Reborn. They put Millennium Renovation in here. That's interesting. Owner Seal is an interesting one. I don't think this thing's been reprinted. I think this one was unique to... I don't remember, but I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. It was from Light of Destruction. As a rare, I want to say. I think it was Light. But I know it was not printed. Almost at all, I think. So it's nice that it's here. Remove Trap! Oh no. Good old fashion. Malevolent Catastrophe is quite interesting. Hidden Shoulders is also an interesting. Sarketsu is still an old format. Very nice to know it's been printed here. Nightmare Wheel. Reflect Common is interesting. Okay, they put multiple. And then we go to Mise. Harpy's Pet Dragon. Fearsome Fire Blast. Oh yeah, so we finally get reprints for Harpies. It's been a while for these as well. We got Harpy Queen, Challenger and Carbon, 1, 2, and not 3? Question? How dare they not have us 3? Unless it was in another set. Anyway, Cyber Harpy Leader, Sisters in common. Wow, that's... Wow. Just, wow. You would never think this would ever come back alive in 3,000 years. And then here's the Princess. Chain Master. Swordswoman. Queen. It's nice that these are actually printed. Heretic Seal we got a reprint. Egotist in a nicer print in common. Hunting Ground. Amazon's Call. Fighting Spirit. Well, let's just say that there was such a hysteric party that my video just cut off. Anyway, so we have Hysteric Party. Was also Onslaught, a Mirror Wall of all things, and Windstorm Vitaqua, although granted it's been in a lot of structure decks since. Such a weird thing to be cutting off and coming back on for some reason. I'm just gonna blame that it was cackling Harpy Lady people. Okay? It was their fault. Alright, next up is Joey's, I presume? And that's where Guilford the Lightning comes into play. Ooh, Total Defense Shogun. That's an interesting choice. Interesting effect, too, for its time. Absolute Crusader, huh? Interesting. Valkyrie. Wait, hold on. Is it me? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Are these like stuck? I'm like, these look a lot thicker than usual. Okay, they were like, they did not want to come off. Okay, here's Jinzo. I was like, it's not a Joey deck without Jinzo. Who's stuck under this guy? It was like so perfectly elated that they actually got stuck. There's Blue Flame Swordsman. Oh, actually, most of these are just stuck. Wait, what? They're so nicely edged together that they're stuck. Oh god, there's more. There has to be. Hold on. That's so weird. Yeah, I guess it's just the latex they put on top. It gets too good. Ooh, Pengu Soldiers, nice. DD Warrior, hold on, there's like several cards unplastered in here. Give me a minute. Uh-oh. Spaghetti. Uh-oh. Wait, did that actually hold on. Okay, yeah, okay. Quality control, even though it's the last set, quality control. Oof. Kind of sad. Hopefully this isn't in all the other print copies. I'm gonna have to check them all. Yeah, it ruined these cards a little bit on terms of quality. It was so firmly stuck, I guess, after being printed. Either it didn't dry out, I don't know what causes this. But yeah, they're like damaged now. Invader of the Throne was an interesting reprint too. Unfortunate. Still can be useful though. But yeah, actually some of this ink and sub-latex unfortunately has gone on top of these cards. What about Command Knight? Are you still okay? Because this one's been a nice print. I don't think Command Knight's been reprinted in a long while. Yeah, this one's still okay. I'm gonna have to look into these later. And what's worse is that all of these have this problem, and then some of these on the back have this problem. Uh-oh. Here goes nothing. Oh boy. Oof. Top half corner. Soul and Luna. A little bit of the back came off. Rip in peace, Gearfried the Iron Knight. Soul and Luna is in here again, which is weird. Oh man, all these might be ruined. Oh no. Bear with me. We're going to this together. Oh god, some of these are so stuck, I don't even think... Ooh. Okay, that one wasn't that bad, but it's Soul and Luna. This one's been reprinted like a lot lately. Good old Fisher, are you still alive? Probably not. There's a weird smidge there. I don't know where that came from. It's like they didn't wait for it to cool or dry up. I don't know. Oh, this one's real bad. Look at that. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think they like the latex dried properly on some of these, and then they just kind of ruined each other. Rip in peace, reinforcement of the army. Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. Not even United We Stand, even this one got slightly ruined here. Just a little smidge there where it says Speed Duel. Oof. Even Fusion Sword Murasame Blade is pretty good. I mean, they're still useful, but oof. Oof, the quality control on these last few cards. Ouch. We're not even done yet. I think there's some more in between these two decks. Grapple of Spikes. Okay, not that bad. This one's mostly good. It wasn't that bad. And Fairy Box is an interesting card they reprinted. It hasn't been reprinted since the Breath of Nightmare, I think. Okay, so Joey deck. Question mark in terms of quality control. We're still going though. It's not over yet. This one's stuck together. This set is stuck together. The small set is stuck. Oh man, they're coming in sets. Except these last few. We're gonna go through this. How bad is this one? fairly bad. Rip in Peace Canine Chain and Floodgate was a decent reprint. Lasso Chain, not as bad. Even the skill card slightly got damaged. So apparently, I guess Konami just really hates Joey. I guess that's why none of his Red Eyes Black Dragon cards had enough value over the years. Joey is not Supreme Race. Wait a minute. There was an Odeon card in between too. Not as bad though. Just a little bit of context, but not as bad. Okay, now we're going to the stuck through Odeon deck. I'm not sure how bad this one's going to be. Guardian Sphinx. Just yoink. Oh, they reprinted End of Anubis again. They reprinted the last Terminal Revenge. Well, not the last one, the second to last Terminal Revenge. There's some stickiness, but it's not where it ruins the card. Gravekeeper's Guard. So these are okay. These aren't as bad. But holy shit, Joey's cards were really bad. Swarm of Centipedes is an interesting one. Scarabs that are also a swarm card. Swarm of Locusts. Yeah, these aren't really bad. They're just normally stuck, which is completely fine. So yeah, Joey's deck definitely got fucked so far. I did not know that this was a problem. I don't know how common it is. Des Lakuta is an interesting one. Mirage of Nightmare, even though technically it's been reprinted in Starlight in the newest Megaton so far. Interesting, Double Snare was an interesting card for its heyday. It's anti-Jinzo. Not that bad. Swords in Common, very nice. Swords of Revealing Light. Yeah, these aren't as bad. These aren't as bad. They're just normally stuck, thank goodness. But like Joey's deck definitely got fucked. Holy shit. Okay. Book of Moon. Imagine being a reviewer for this and realizing that the product you received was bad, but then again, I'm pretty sure Konami probably pre-checks that before they give it to the content creators. Be like, hey, we made this for you, and totally not because we fucked up several copies of normal consumer graded ones. I'm surprised that these were fucked up. Alright, these aren't as bad. 2 copies of a Phosphorus, very interesting choice. Tiki Curse, good reprint. They actually reprinted the Tiki cards, which is very nice because these are very interesting for the new concept of continuous trap cards that are treated as monsters. Wait a minute, there's one person behind Tiki Curse. Is it the Dirt Spider? No, it's Ordeal of the Traveler, which is also nice. That one's been in a structure deck mostly, for the most part. Judgment of Anubis and Curse of Anubis. So, yeah, Odeon survived, but Joey's cards definitely got fucked at the end there. Rip in Peace, Invader of the Throne. And then all of the, like, the corner, you can see where it got, like, really just, I don't know what happened there. And then on the top for some of these. So, yeah. You know, for the last set, that was pretty sad. Then again, I'm not sure how common it is for Joey's deck to be fucked up. Let me know in the comments if any of you had specifically opened someone's deck only to realize things were stuck together. Okay, what about Kaiba? Did they do a disservice to Kaiba's deck? Oh, they chose this Blue Eyes for the card art. And they gave you 3! How interesting. The King of D, indeed. Des Feral Imp. Ancient Lamp, very nice, very interesting. And the Legion, the other art of Legion. X-Head, Y-Cannon, and Z-Metal. Interesting. Enemy Controller. Shrink. Yeah, none of these are stuck together, surprisingly. Food of Summoning Dragon, Union Hanger. Oh, Union Hanger's interesting. Rival Rhapsody, Trade-In is a good old one. Union Scramble, interesting. Shadow Spell. Loop of Destruction, but not Ring of Destruction, because reasons. Champion's Vigilance, and that's an interesting counter trap. XYZ, they reprinted the XYs and XYZs, so that's really nice. It's been a while for the other ones, for sure. And then we're going to Shizu immediately. As I predicted. Alright, they did reprint all these guys, so there's Medora. Cataclysmic, Crossed, the old Agito! You gotta follow that trend. Agito! Okay, I'm done. Anyway, Kelbeck, Medora, the originals, the original Keldo, the original Zolga. For some reason, Air Knight Parsaith. Gravekeeper's Commandment, interesting print. They did reprint Spy and Descendant and Recruiter, so very good for old format because Gravekeepers were very neat. They reprinted Oracle. Even Necro Valley, which is really nice. Drag Down to the Grave is an interesting one. I love Drag Down. I used to use it in old decks with my friends. Very screw you card. Everyone reveals their hands and screw each other. Bashing Shield, you know when the art used to look like MTG? This was one of the old arts that looked like MTG. Exchange of the Spirit in common. It was really hard to find this card in Magnificent Mavens. So very nice to have a nice print of normal. They decided to reprint Gravekeeper's Shop along with it. Disruption, with the Rite of Spirit, and good old Blast Held in a Tribute, which is very interesting. So far, disservice to Joey so far. And the last but not least, Yugi's, and I don't know who would be the last person's deck. Hard to say. Probably I assume it's someone I missed because I didn't remember who was on the box art. That's probably who all these decks representing. Okay. Got Yugi's, so we start with, it's gonna be the King's, okay, yeah, it's gonna be this deck. King's Knight, Queen's Knight, and the Jack's Knight. And they reprinted the newer ones from King's Court. Joker's Knight, Imperial Bower, Counter-Drunker. Oh, they even reprinted Big Shield Guard now. Cool. Obnoxious Celtic, Celtic Guard, very nice. Good old Breaker, always nice for the old format. Magic Kariba of all things. They used the alt art from Dark Magician from, I think, Duel Power? Or Dupo? It was under the acronym of Dupo. Dark Magician Girl from the Duel Terminal series. Very nice. Swords, of course. Monster Reborn. Oh, Thunder Speed Summon. Ah, yes, because of that. Spell Shattering Arrow. Very interesting choice. Joker's Wild. More reprints from that other set. Quaking Mirror Force. Now, Quaking has been a while since it got pre-printed. I think it's going to have 2 prints. This one's the 3rd. Or unless it was 3, but this one's the 4th. But either way, it's been a while. Death Tornado, and then we immediately go to Bakura. Yami specific Bakura. Of course, good old Dark Necrofear. Hades. Invader of Darkness. Doom Caliber, interesting one. Snipe Hunter, good old fashioned one. Sangan, as always. Oh, Fiendish War Warner, interesting one. Wing Minion, Giles of Dark Domaze, interesting flip. Ooh, Doomdark Orthros. Very interesting. Fusion Devourer. Night Assailant. Ooh, they reprinted Destiny Lord. Final. Final. I don't know what I can say. Originally, it was called Death. But because Yugi was... let's just say Konami, when it first came into the market, it tried to be very religious because America. And, you know, they did not want to have death because reasons. Dark Spirit Mastery, Spiritualism, Premature Burial, Foolish Burial, Offerings to the Doom, Sentence of Doom, a lot of Doom in there, interesting, and Zone of the Spirit. Alright, so that's basically all of them. I'm going to have to cut a gag because I do not have enough time to show the last 2 sets I have from number 2 and number 3. I'll cut that in for next. Yeet! Ah! Oh! E! E! Ah! Ooh! Okay. Okay, so finally I can just finish this off with these. Boy, this was a roller coaster of and things that happened. Oh god. Open. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? I'm going to move them over here and I'm not going to pay attention so you can't see the bottom. So here's Shrink a Gig. Small. Here's Guilford the Lightning. We got the Spear Mode. Named Dragon of Ra. Very nice, very nice. Got a DD Warrior, probably to make up for the fact that the other one probably got fucked up. Probably. Ooh, now this one's an interesting one. Dark Necrophere being in Prismatic Secret is really nice. It reminds me of the good old Secret Rare printings in Master Collection Volume 2. Very nice. Really nice. It really is. And I thought Secret Rare Necrophere was pretty good, but this one's really nice. Hey yo, Grave Cooper's Descendant. Good old reprint. Grave Keep. Mobius, the Frost Monarch. An interesting print. Look, granted, it's not like all of the monarchs were in here, but still an interesting print nonetheless. But still nice. I like it. Mirage of Nightmare. Very interesting. Again, they already have it in Starlight in today's Megatin, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But still nice. It's just weirdly interesting that they printed it there, but then they also printed it over there. Ooh, I might be in love with this one a little bit. Gravekeeper's Spy in Prismatic Secret is pretty cool looking. It's nice, it's clean, it's saturated, and then it has a nice little gleam on the side. Yeah, this one was mostly Gravekeeper-esque, with the touch of other cards. And then DD Warrior from Joey, Dark Necrophere from Yami Bakura. I don't remember who belonged with Frost Monarch. This one was like a little bit here and there. And that was the cover card for this one. The other three were obviously the 3 God cards, as per usual. So no need to really accommodate these. But still nice. The other good thing about this, that means I have a play set of God cards in this rarity, which is kind of nice. Although I'm still torn between those or the Megatin 2019 alt arts that was signed by Kazuki Takahashi in Prismatic Secret. Those are pretty badass too. Alright, I'm going to set this aside so you can't see. Only I can see it. Another Raw Ball in Prismatic. Got another DD Warrior Lady. Another, oh god, this might be a copy, but just differently. A Dark Necrophere, an Ascendant. Oh no, I think this is the same. Oh god, no. Not like this. Okay, hold on. Slightly different. It's like, this is almost the same as the last one. Like, all of they were just in different places. So what did we get that was almost similar? Yeah, it was basically that one, Necrophere, Warrior. It was almost, not necessarily in order, but it was close in order. Nearly like all of them were the same as this one. But there's 2 unique ones, and I like them. One of them being Tribe Infecting Virus. It has not seen the light of day in the reprint. Very nice. It gets a nice Prismatic Secret. It is very cool looking. I love it. I was really hoping for more different cards, but I got the same ones again, or at least cards that I really wanted extra copies of. And one of the ones I wanted was always Fairy Injection Lily. It's really nice. I like it. Very, very, very nice. Okay. Well, that's about it. I just can't believe... I was a little disappointed with that because I was just like, no, extra copies. And especially the ones that I didn't really want. Like, I could do away with Mobius. I'm okay with Gravekeeper's Spy. That one was new anyway. But then again, I already had an additional copy from the first time. So I was just like, oh no. So it was like very saddening. So it's like, I wanted some other copies of the others. That was very unfortunate. Still nice though, but like, I kind of wanted a little bit of variety. Although granted, they said there was 30 out of 9. We're taking 3 out of that because 3 are always the guaranteed God cards. So theoretically it's 27. So out of 27, so that's 26, 25, 24, 33, 22, 21, 20, 19 and 18, 17, 16, and then that's it. And then the rest are the ones that I had. And that's not even all of them, so there's actually a lot of variety that I'm missing anyway, which is unfortunate, so kind of sad, kind of doubled, but at least I got Tribe Infecting and Fairy Injection Lily, which are still pretty good prints. But like, it was a little sad. It was the same. It was the same one from last time. I was hoping for like at least like two swords. Two swords from two swords. I mean, another maxi would have been hilarious. I would have loved that. But no, I definitely would have liked another swords of revealing light. But yeah. Either way, I mean, you know, as they say, there's always the singles market. But I was hoping for a little bit more of a different spread, because I know there's a few more out there I wanted to see. But that's it for today. This will be probably around before Xmas. I will, maybe a little bit even more before that. And I forgot to say in the previous video, which was the one that was leading up to this one, because this was on the same day, by the way, which is the Albaz Chronicle deck. Happy New Year! I only said Merry Christmas. I forgot that you have to say both. Okay. Bye!